I'm not here on Monday, so I can't.
I think Tuesday.
Example 3 says.
You're not here on Monday, the test is Tuesday?
Yes.
Wow, that is.
Test review's tomorrow. Test review's tomorrow.
No, that's not fair.
Here, example 3 says, where was it? Okay, let's use Andrew. Andrew R. Purchases a house for $220,000 when he graduates high school. If the interest rate is 5.2% monthly, and he can afford monthly payments of $1,000. How long will it take to pay the loan? Okay. We'll talk more about being rich and buying houses and all that stuff. Okay, but Andrew decided that when he goes off to school, and this is a good idea, if you can get your parents to buy you a house when you're at school and rent it out to all your friends, that is a good idea for money making. Okay, so that's my plan for Ava. To be honest, it's going to be for not for Jack. He's 10 months old. I think he's going to be a party animal. Just saying. Okay.
Just like that, eh?
If the interest rate is 5.2% compounded monthly, and he can afford monthly payments of $1,000, how long will it take him to pay off the loan? This story does have a happy ending at the end. Okay, but let's go through this one here. First of all, we'll open this up to anybody. Why is this PV? This is going to be PV. What's the key thing other than the fact that today's a PV day? What are the key words? Yes. Monthly payments, okay? Here we go. And loan would probably be a good one too. So, I'm going to ask him for a volunteer. Are we going backwards? Or are we going to stop here? I think we stopped. Can you give me the PV equation from memory or from your paper, please? Go ahead.
PV equals
Yeah.
bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus 5 power 10.
Yeah.
Divided by that.
Good. And again, I apologize for making you guys read it that, and you might say I feel ridiculous for reading out equations, but by actually hearing it, it sinks in your brain. That's a scientific fact. Okay, so by hearing it 4 or 5 times today, it will hopefully sink in your brain better. All right, Gabriella, can you give me one piece of information for this question, please?
Interest is 0.072.
Okay, I can't do that. Okay. I can't do that in my head. Gabriella, get that number, please.
0.0043.
Exactly. Or just keep on
And
going.
then it keeps going 3.
Okay. Now you'll see what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm writing on all those 3's. It is not 0.0043. Like, you got to keep it as exact as possible. If you want to, leave it as a fraction, go ahead if your calculator can handle that sort of thing. If not, write it out like that. Logan, can I get some more information, please? R is going to be 1,000. Amanda, can I have something else, please? Yeah, 220,000. 220,000, that's okay. All right, good. Tana, can you sub some numbers into the equation for us, please? Go ahead. Sorry? Yeah, 220. Du sang vingt. What was it? Du sang. I forgot to go. 220000 equals.
1,000.
Yeah.
1 minus 1
Okay, this looks a lot like our warm-up today. Okay, guys, this looks a very lot like our warm-up. Okay, Jesse, can I have the next step here?
Multiply with 120,000 by 0.3.
Yeah, can you do that for me, please? Go ahead.
953.
Yeah.
0.333.
That's what it should be, is there more threes all the way through, okay? Equals 1,000, 1 minus 1.004333. Okay, great, excellent, tremendous. Riley, next step please is what?
You're gonna divide the left side by 1,000.
Very good. So that should just get 0.95333. Okay, if you are phasing out today's class, or saying to yourself, man, I wish it was a football game tomorrow, or you're saying, I wish my father wouldn't have cut off my money to the fractions right now. This is the time to fade in, okay, because there's one step that is different about this and the rain stuff. Can someone be brave? Andrew, you always get the hard questions, so give this open to everybody, not just you. What's the next step to isolate for n? Okay, correct. The one does go over. How does the one go over? What do you do? Subtract one. Okay? Just want to subtract one. But this is so important, I'm going to write it as big as I can on the next page. Okay, so it's going to be negative 0.0466, is that right? Equals negative 1.004333 to the negative n. Does everyone see that? All right. So I just did 0.95333 minus 1, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to just get rid of that one there, right? All right, now this is the aha moment.
Subtract the one but leave the negative?
Yes, because this is still, if you take a look, right, it's 1 minus all of that. All I got rid of was just the 1, right? Like the minus all of that still there. And that's why this is a little bit trickier now. Now here's the aha moment. Because this is what's going to happen to you on your test. And if you don't believe me, think of this moment. And when you raise your hand, David, and you say, it's not working for me, I'm going to say, oh, David, I can't help you. Remember what happened on the board. Okay, so you have a negative and a negative. Any suggestions on what I can do? Multiply. By negative 1. I'm going to multiply both by negative 1. And I put a great big star beside this. And I'm not actually cheating. I'm making it so the question works, but you can't do a negative, log of a negative if you've ever tried in a calculator by mistake, will not work. And the reason for that is, it's like the inverse of an exponential, and an exponential can't be less than 0. So what this is going to change to is 0.046666 equals 1.00433333 to negative n. All right, Andrew, you're back up to being the star of the show. Now that everything is positive, what do I do now to solve for n? A log everything. Okay. So it's going to be log of 0.046666 equals log of 1.004. Now again, the reason these are tricky is because there's a lot of decimals, so it freaks people out. Let's say that was log 2 equals log 3 times negative n, you wouldn't be scared, right? Because there's all decimals, it looks more scary than it actually is. All right, Calvin, what do I do now, if anything? Also, help me freezing. It's okay. This isn't the fourth quarter of the football game, Colin. You can do this. That was uncalled for. I'm sorry. That was me. Julia, go ahead.
Divide the log on the right side.
Good. So it's going to be log of 0.0466 divided by log 1.004333 equals negative n. Now please note, when you do this in your calculator, you're going to put as many 6's as your calculator will allow before it freezes, and as many 3's in the denominator as your calculator will allow. So if you need to do 10, like log of 0.04666666, do it. Divided by log of 1.004333, and you're going to hope you get a nice number. The number that I got was negative 708.7755. That's what I got.
Yeah, mine was done.
Okay, we'll do it like 20 is enough, maybe, like 10 is enough. Yeah, okay. Was anyone unable to get a number very close to that? Take a second to make sure we got that number close. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Why is the lower number on top on its own?
Because, good question, because you want to get n by itself here, right? So you always divide by the number that's connected to it. Alright, so that just comes under. Alright, so I have negative 708 equals negative n. What does positive n equal? Positive 708, right? That's depressing, sorry for you. Andrew. I said this was going to be a happy ending, didn't I? I didn't lie. I misspoke the first part. Therefore, 708 months. Can someone divide that by 12? Oh, 59 years, yeah. He will pay it off. Okay, what I did intention on this one was always mean. Let's talk about the math first, then we'll talk about how to fix this up, okay? So $1,000 a month, I did this on purpose, that he would pay off like 30 cents in his first payment, right, and then 31 cents, so it would take him a long time intentionally to show, okay? Let's just up it a little bit here, okay? I'm just going to give you a table here, you won't be doing this. So, for his payments, I made a little chart that I'd like you to copy down for me. If he pays $1,000, his time is 708.7755, and his interest paid was a depressing $448,775.50. Okay, that's depressing. Okay, for a $220,000 house, you paid more than double that. Let's play the guessing game, shall we? Let's say that Andrew just decides to up it a little bit to $1,100. Okay, he decides, you know what, I'm going to go without hair gel for this month. I can go up to $1,100. I'm sorry, I'm jealous. I'm sorry. For the internet here, I'm bald. I'm sorry, Mr. Clean tomorrow. For $1,100, someone want to guess for what the time's going to be just for going up to 11? So that was like 59 years. Someone give me a guess in years for what that's going to be? What's down to? 712? Someone guess for the years? For the time here, let's give an estimate. Nobody's going to play along. Please play along. 600? 608, sounds good. Let's try 456. Okay, so that's about 20 years got shaved off of his mortgage by raising it by $100. So that's down to, he's down to $292,600 for interest paid. That's crazy. No one else is impressed. That impresses me a huge deal. It's still a lot of money you're paying. Let's say we up to 1,200. We're down all of a sudden 366. So that's another 100 months. That's 8 years has been taken off again. So 366. That's about half of the amount of time you've gone from here to here. You're going to get $200. Okay. We're down to 219. If you decide to go crazy and go up to $1,500 a month, let's say you get a roommate, that's 233 months, that's 19 years about, which is 129,500 for interest, which is wild. And if you decide to do a really weird number of 2355.01, likely would do that. That's gonna be 120 months, that's 10 years, and you pay $62,601.20. Which is very cool. Okay, that's very cool. I will talk tomorrow about how to do this to make you get to the bottom of the table rather than the top. The hint is for your mortgage, and we'll talk about this tomorrow. If you're a football player, let me tell you this now. Every time you get a raise in life, Andrew, and I'm speaking to you right now because you're the only football player looking at me, every time you get a raise in your life, increase your payment on your house and increase your savings. Okay, every time you get a raise. Like let's say you get a $30 raise, $10 goes to your house, $10 goes to your savings, and $10 goes to whatever else, fun or food or hair care products or everything. And I hope you listen to that because that's what I talk about very important. Okay, today you're getting your next choice assignment. We are done this unit.